It is my view that if a Supreme Court justice resigns tomorrow or within the next several weeks, President Bush should consider following the practice of a majority of his predecessors and not name a nominee until after the November election is completed. The Senate Judiciary Committee should seriously consider not scheduling confirmation hearings on the nomination.
Article 2 of the Constitution clearly states, whenever there is a vacancy in one of the courts created by the Constitution itself, the Supreme Court of the United States, the President shall, not may, the President shall appoint someone to fill the vacancy. What Republican senators say they will do, in my view, can lead to a genuine constitutional crisis. Please follow your conscience. Don't vote to confirm anyone nominated under the circumstances President Trump and Senator McConnell have created. Uphold your constitutional duty, your conscience. The last thing we need is to add a constitutional crisis that plunges us deeper into the abyss.
The Constitution is pretty clear about what is supposed to happen now. When there is a vacancy on the Supreme Court, the President of the United States is to nominate someone. The Senate is to consider that nomination.
The Constitution says that the President will nominate and the Congress shall act upon, the Senate shall act upon that nomination. Not to even interview, to say we're never going to interview anyone he names and we're not going to have a hearing on the subject. It takes, flies in the face of what the intention was of Congress.
Some have mentioned the possibility, if they try to push through a nominee in a lame duck session, that you in the House could move to impeach President Trump or Attorney General Barr as a way of stalling and preventing the Senate from acting on this nomination.
Well, we have our options. We have arrows in our quiver that I'm not about to discuss right now.
But to be clear, you're not taking any arrows out of your quiver. You're not ruling anything out.
Good morning. Sunday morning. We have a responsibility. We take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. Protecting our democracy requires us to use every arrow in our quiver.
Given the track record of this president and the experience of obfuscation at hearings, with respect to the Supreme Court at least, I will recommend to my colleagues that we should not confirm any Bush nominee to the Supreme Court except in extraordinary circumstances.
The job, first and foremost, is for the president to nominate and for the Senate to hold hearings and go through the process.
Now, however, Schumer says something completely different. He essentially threatens Republicans, saying that if they follow through with some sort of nomination this year, then, quote, nothing is off the table for next year. Nothing is off the table. And that sounds like a bit of a threat. It seems like only a few years ago he was literally saying it was the president's job to fill a Supreme Court vacancy. Now, however, if you do that, well, then nothing is off the table and you won't like what's coming. All of these clips basically just show you that Democrats are hypocrites who don't care about the Constitution even though they pretend that they do. And Democrats reversed their policies on Supreme Court vacancies in 2020 simply because Donald Trump is in office. If he were not in office, if it were a Democrat, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, I have no doubt in my mind they would spend a little bit of time mourning her, and then they would nominate someone else because they wouldn't want to risk a Republican getting the nomination. And I understand that thought process. The fact of the matter is, however, they're claiming that you cannot do that, even though they did the exact opposite thing just a few years ago. In Biden's case, he has flip-flopped multiple times. So yeah, they're hypocrites. Politicians tend to be hypocrites. I don't really think that's a surprise to anybody. If you appreciated this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. But more importantly, share it. Find someone you think would appreciate it or share it on Facebook, Twitter, social media, whatever it is. Just find someone you think needs to watch this. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.